Ladies and gentlemen, the President and CEO of ASAE, the always inspirational John Graham.
Thank you so much for joining me here in Toronto. I must have got ASAE's permission to do this. Probably some of you thought I couldn't do this. But you guys look great out there. Good morning, and welcome to the ASAE 2017 annual meeting. When they asked me the question that lies at the heart of this year's meeting, I didn't hesitate to respond. What inspires me? You do. You, the members of the association community. Last night, I looked out across the throng of people at the Royal Ontario Museum and thought, what an amazing, inspiring group of people you are. Your welcoming spirit, your enthusiasm, and your willingness to serve inspire me every day. Speaking of a welcoming spirit, wouldn't you agree, ladies and gentlemen, that this wonderful nation of Canada, 150 years old, has given us an unforgettable welcome so far? Please join me in thanking Toronto. It's especially inspiring to be welcomed so warmly by another country. Unfortunately, some of the currents in our own nation seem to be causing some to feel less welcome. As an industry, we stand for a welcoming and inclusive environment for all. At ASAE, our board and our membership have been united in opposing discrimination in any form and for any reason. That principle has animated so much of our public policy work this year. We are supportive, of course, of appropriate security and vetting of international travelers. In a dangerous world, measures must be taken to stop those determined to do us harm. But we cannot support the idea of a travel ban, especially a ban aimed at those of a particular nationality or faith. The same is true. The same is true for vetting so extreme that it discourages visitors who only want to attend a conference or tour our cities. We have always been a welcoming country, and now more than ever need to reinforce that welcoming spirit. Some damage has already been done. Many reports indicate that travel to the U.S. is down overall. This has been especially true for some scientific and medical organizations for whom the free flow of science and knowledge is essential to advancement. This is not only bad for the image of the United States, but for the free flow of ideas upon which our industries and professions depend. ASAE has and will continue to work to prevent the imposition of a U.S. travel ban. A related issue has been ASAE engaged vigorously in state politics for the first time. We were very gratified when North Carolina legislature voted earlier this year to repeal the law that removed anti-discrimination protections for the LGBTQ community. Texas, however, is among other states considering similar legislation. Right now, the Texas legislature is in special session and is expected to take up these so-called bathroom bills, which are designed to discriminate rather than protect. ASAE is on the ground in Austin. We've joined a broad coalition of business, Texas destinations, and civics groups that believe this kind of legislation is discriminatory. Of course, we continue to fight any legislation that makes our country or any of our states any less than welcoming to all. Of course, we continue to watch other public policy matters, including tax reform, the federal budget, and healthcare. Despite the climate and uncertainty in Washington, I do see one very positive trend. The association community is more aware of policy and politics than ever. Association executives and members are getting involved. They're taking action, and they're demonstrating that the power of A is real and that the power of A is strong. And that, ladies and gentlemen, inspires me. Now, I had a different experience recently, and that was taking part in the maiden voyage of ASAE's new Experience Design Project, XDP. XDP was born out of a simple concept. The people who go to meetings have radically changed over the last 40 years. Shouldn't the meetings too change? The industry was asking for a new model, and ASAE was the organization to develop and deliver that model to the association community. The event itself happened in May at the Gaylord National, and I mean it when I say it. You should have been there. It was a meeting like no one had ever seen before. Attendance and participation were outstanding, the response enthusiastic, and the feedback contained one particularly notable item for me. More than 75% of survey respondents said that XDP delivered an idea or concept that they plan to implement or try at their own next event. Now, most of the experiments at XDP worked. Those that didn't gave us ideas for next year. And yes, there will be another XDP in 2018. Thank you. Save the dates now. April 19 to 20, once again at the Gaylord National Resort and Convention Center. I encourage you to stop by our XDP booth on the show floor to chat with our staff and the co-creators of XDP, to learn more about this very unique event. Or if you participated this year, come and tell us about your experience. We would love to hear from you. Now, I can say that it took some courage and forward thinking to start XDP. But let me mention other ways in which ASAE is doing its best to pioneer and model inspiring new ideas for you, our members. It was only about 18 months ago that we introduced our new hybrid membership model. Since that time, associations and AMCs have been able to purchase individual memberships for all of their staff through ASAE. The results have been fantastic. In that time, ASAE has grown from about 21,000 members to more than 39,000 members. A move that was not without risk has paid off, enriching our community by making it larger and more diverse. Earlier this year, we introduced a new continuous learning and talent development platform called ASAE Learning Online. ASAE Learning Online allows association professionals to define their career development needs, set goals, access hundreds of online courses, and track progress all in one place. In keeping with our expanded membership model, ASAE Learning Online is open to members and non-members alike with over 300 program offerings. Now, we have an introductory offer for the annual meeting attendees, friends, and colleagues, good through August 31st, and you can see the offer on the screen. Check out the Association Exchange for a demo, or visit ASAE Learning Online, Programs tab of asaecenter.org under ASAE Learning. Next month, we're introducing our first Digital Convergence Summit in Chicago. CEOs, CIOs, and other senior executives will convene alongside tech leaders from for-profit companies like Microsoft and Peapod to develop new strategies that will help their associations at the forefront of progress. Visit asaecenter.org/digital convergence and join us for this inaugural event. And finally, I'm pleased to announce the latest innovation from ASAE Business Services. It's a new platform to help associations of all sizes manage their risks, the ASAE Insurance Source. Each of the ASAE Insurance Source's customized, competitively priced solutions are tailored to reflect associations' unique insurance and risk management needs. They're delivered by experts from two highly rated insurance leaders, Aon Affinity Nonprofits and Access Pro. If you have the responsibility of managing your organization's risk, I highly recommend that you visit the ASAE Business Solutions Pavilion to learn about ASAE insurance sources. While you're there, make sure to learn more about the ASAE Retirement Trust, ASAE Endorsed Business Solutions, and ASAE Career Headquarters, all at booth 613 in the Expo Hall. Now, I understand that risk management may not be what inspires you, but I know what will. Every year at the ASAE annual meeting, attendees have the opportunity to give back to the host city. This year, we've doubled down with service to both the Toronto Humane Society and the Royal Canadian Legion. ASAE is contributing to the project to plant 117,000 trees, one for every fallen Canadian soldier on the Highway of Heroes. Yesterday, our colleagues planted a memorial garden at the Royal Canadian Legion's Todd Morton branch. And on Tuesday afternoon, you still have the opportunity to plant trees at the Sunnybrook Health Sciences Center, the largest veterans care facility in Canada. There's also time to create some happy wagging tails for homeless animals in Toronto. On Tuesday afternoon, you can tour and help improve the lives of 16,000 animals helped every year by the Toronto Humane Society. In total, ASAE conference attendees have already contributed over $25,000 to these deserving charities. Thank you. Over the past few minutes, I've been able to tell you a little bit about what inspires me. This year, we hope you'll engage even more with our social media channels, using hashtags to tell us what you found meaningful, provocative, or moving. Please know, on behalf of the professional staff, the volunteers, and the board of ASAE, we are trying to be part of what inspires you. Now, let me get you started by posting a photo of what inspires me. Ready? Smile. Thank you very much.